Okay. Sorry, Dave. What I was saying is that this you can move to like the front of the ship and get out. This like you're not trapped down in the hold.
Yeah, is everybody else out?
Diero is behind that bloated zombie, and Malark is right behind you.
Okay, well, I'm not going to leave until Diero
Cool.
makes a move out.
You get inspiration for that. Okay, then top of the round. Oh no. Bloated zombie time. So this thing didn't like getting hit in the back, but it didn't like getting hit in the front even less. So, Diero, you get to make an attack of opportunity against this thing as it staggers forward towards Beradin.
Yeah. So, 5, 6, 8.
How much? So your mic is way down again.
23.
23. Oh, easily hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
7 damage. Nice. Okay. 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 This thing it's like a gory mess at this point. It's been scorched. It's got a giant hole in its side. The back is all hacked up. So this thing is still oozing that black, thick ichor out of its veins and leaking water behind it. It staggers towards you, Beradin, and makes an attack roll. It's a 17. So this thing brings one of its massive arms down, and you get your shield up just in time, and there's a horrible splish of that brackish water that wave kind of washes out to the side and sprays you in the face a bit. That's going to take some washing out of that beard.
Oh.
Okay, so that was the zombie's turn. Now it is top of the round. Malark, what are you doing?
All right, I'll move around the pole and attack the disgusting blob.
Okay, go ahead.
I will try to hit it with the farthest tip of my
Okay,
testicle.
okay, sounds good. You're like,
And in fact, I will not make a what do you call it?
kick attack?
An unarmed attack against it.
I'll give you inspiration for that. That's pretty great.
So the sumo attacks are 15 and 11.
15 and 11, both hit.
Okay, they are 9 and 7 damage.
9 and 7 is 13. Okay, this thing is... you smash one of its hits in its side, and its whole face kind of sprays out and caves in. It turns its kind of collapsed skull back towards you, and you bring it back around and hammer it in its knee, and its leg kind of breaks, and marrow and water sprays out as it staggers down. It's still, and there's a horrible, sickening kind of cracking as it staggers, tries to turn its way towards you, and more of its leg kind of collapses out. Now it is, let's see. You still have a bonus action. This thing seems to be on its last legs. If you want to suck up the kind of the ick factor of touching this thing.
Like I can tell after those hits that it's just about dead.
You know when the sort of overall integrity of this thing is very suspect at this point.
I sort of turn my head a little bit and I do a jump kick and kick this thing.
Okay, awesome.
That is a 15.
That hits.
And it's 5 damage.
That is enough. Now, with your kick, but you can have this waterlogged thing land on the fireworks, which may kind of soak them, but will definitely not cook them off. Or you can have it land backwards, away from you.
I will have it land on the fireworks.
You spin it around, and this thing Beradin, the careful eye you were keeping on the fireworks, you see this thing land and you hear a hiss as the straw goes out.
Whew.
Okay. This thing is down. That was Malark. Diero, what are you doing?
Oh, man. I am going to. There's just no way for me to make. All right. I will try to act this thing in the head, cut off its head. I will take my big axe and try to cut off.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, it's one careful stroke and the head comes clean off. There doesn't appear to be any sound for a moment. I gotta take a piss quickly, but I'll let you guys discuss what you're gonna do next. Because you're gonna have about 30 seconds worth of kind of a pause in here.
Well, I say we grab a fire, run to the top, light it, drop it into the hold, and get the hell off the deck.
Yeah, I'm not against that.
It is time. Burn it.
We're probably better off.
Is it going to blow up?
Hard to say.
Okay, gents. Do we have a plan of action? Oop.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn it down.
Okay. So as you guys, who is actually going to be? Oh, we'll wait for Dave to get back here. We lost David again. Oh, no. Nick, did you get a chance to take a look at my gunslinger class for 5th edition? Oh, we lost Nick's audio again. Or he's doing, he's just fucking with us. Nick, are you fucking with us? Oh, we lost Nick's video now, too.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
I have to unplug it and plug it back in for some reason. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
No, I haven't looked at it at all.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't know you made one.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at that, though, right now.
I have 5th edition versions of Alchemist, Magus, and Gunslinger now.
Which email was this in? Or what day?
It would have been... Actually, I can do easier.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Oh, hey, no problem. Sorry, Brad. We're just going to figure out who is going to light the... who's kind of lighting the thing. I guess the torch is still sort of sputtering away.
Well, gents, who wants to take the first hit of the pinata?
After you.
All right. Well, I'll grab one of the fireworks and I'll tell everybody to get off the boat.
Okay, so you grab the fireworks. Now, up here we're sending. Okay, I'm sending you a link in the chat there, Nick.
Okay.
Okay, so you also Maurgoth still up top. Diero, you're sort of, I guess, helping Beradin out, kind of scooping shit together and getting it ready to really, really, go kaboom. Malark, you have a weird sensation. As you're standing there, you kind of feel this... I don't know, like there's a weird kind of kinship. Like, when you know someone's looking at you, and you're looking around and you can feel their eyes kind of burning on you.
Yeah.
So you kind of got that feeling, and as the guys are working away, you don't say anything, but you you sort of look over, and you can't see it, but you can sense that there are three things that are lurking just underneath kind of the stairs leading up to the top deck. Now, these things are full of well, not full. They're empty. They are cold. They're hungry. But there's a strange kinship that you feel, and you know that if you say stop, that they will not come.
All right. So I tell them to stop.
You can hear, and you can't see it, but you know that these things crawl back deeper into the hull of the ship and away from you guys. So, Beradin and Diero, you're able to get things ready. Maurgoth, what are you doing during this time?
Well, my plan was that when I saw the my fellow members come out of the cargo hold, I would open the hatch and throw the alchemist or the cobalt fire down there.
Okay, so you see them sort of kind of scrambling away to trying to set fires and whatnot too. Do you want to tell them that was what your plan was?
Well, I thought it was obvious with fire in the hole. I would tell them though if I need to. Yeah.
Okay, so there seems to be a breakdown. Did you guys understand that?
That he was about to light fire to the place?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear him.
Brad and Diero?
No.
I assumed it was the ultimate goal, but whatever.
Okay, so you're all sort of going up, and Maurgoth, you're like, and you kind of shake the little kobold thing. So you guys see that he's got that thing now. Do you want to just let him toss that sucker down?
Sure.
Brad and Diero?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys kind of turn and you shrug and you start running your way out. Jeff, as you're running up or as Malark is kind of running up the stairs, you're sort of, for whatever reason, you end up kind of watching the last of the rear. You can feel the sort of, there's a kind of kinship again as you run past there. It's equal parts revulsion and kind of, and empathy. And then it's gone. And you run up onto the deck and you run across. And Maurgoth, how far are you waiting for them just to get to the top of the deck, or are you waiting for them to get on the dock?
Basically right to the dock.
Okay, so you guys go racing along. You leap across. You land on the dock. Beradin, I'm assuming you got the torch and you're kind of lighting the way here. As soon as they're gone, Maurgoth, down it goes, and you hear there's at first a hissing, and then there's that the sound of fireworks going off, and there's pops and whistles and kind of all on the hold of the ship. Lights are flashing up. Maurgoth, are you getting off this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go racing off and you land on the deck. The glow of flame begins to get brighter and brighter in the hold of the ship, and begins kind of poking through in some of the portholes along the side as well too. The fire seems to be spreading along the ship, and as the thing kind of keeps burning, what do you guys do now? Are you just waiting on the deck as you watch this thing burn, or are you retreating, or what?
Retreating.
Go ahead.
I just said I'm retreating.
Okay, so you go racing down the deck. Beradin, what are you doing?
I'm going to stay on the deck to make sure, I'm going to watch the entire thing sink beneath the ocean.
Okay. Diero and Maurgoth, what are you guys doing?
I will also be watching.
Okay. And Diero?
I'll go watch from the dock.
Okay. So you are standing on the docks. Malark, you're a little further away from them. It's maybe about an hour of while this thing kind of burns before you finally see it kind of like lurch to the side and begin to slowly kind of sink into the bay. And as the poop deck or the rear deck begins to sort of surge to the side, you think you can faintly see the bluish glowing form of the captain and the first mate standing at the wheel, both kind of oblivious to your interest and standing with their spectral hands on the wheel. The first mate's hands on the wheel, the captain standing kind of looking out with a sextant in his hand. And then it sort of lurches to the side, and you hear a hissing as the water hits the burning interior of the ship, and it begins to sink beneath the fog-covered water. What are you guys going to do?
Okay. Good drink.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first thing you guys are going to get is once
Maurgoth also remembers that he can, at least he thinks he remembers, I don't know, I guess you have to tell me, but he can actually recast that spell and get Ember back.
He can, yes. Yeah.
But that doesn't hit him right away, so.
No, so he still is the single draconic tear going down his face. Okay, give me 1 sec here, guys. I'm going to tell you how much XP you get from that.
You know, Kev, while you're doing that, Beradin will go back to the guards and let them know that the dock is now as safe as it'll possibly ever be.
Okay.
And actually, he'll get the name of the who was the name of the sergeant?
The name of the sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. You guys get 1930 XP each from that.
Cool.
And that's broken down to 3 encounters plus dealing with the ship and an extra little bit for dealing with the ship in a particularly smart way. So, let me see what that adds to. And the guard's name is... Let's see here. Oh, actually, hold on. His name is Siorum.
I'll let him know that the Duke will hear about his eagerness to assist.
Nice. Okay. So the yeah. Okay. So he seems kind of pleased by that, and he says, "You dealt with it then? It's done?"
As best we know.
Okay. And can I ask you four to all make Constitution saving throws for me, please?
15.
Okay.
Oh, 19.
Nice.
Plus 2. 21 total.
21 total. Nice.
13.
13?
17 for me.
Nice. Okay, so everyone rolled over 10? Is that correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so then you guys are not... no one is... no one will be taking ill long-term from this.
So do we know what this disease or whatever was?
Beradin, do you want to make a... let's see here. Do you want to make a religion or a medicine check for me? You get to choose.
You know, we're gonna go with medicine because my modifier is 7 on that, and I rolled a 14. So
Okay. What medicine tells you is that this cannot be a whatever the hell happened here is not a natural infection. The way that it reacted to your spells before, the way that how fast that this crew was turned, there is some clear supernatural force at work here. Can you make a religion check quickly for me, too, please? This one you can make it at advantage.
Uh, 17.
17. Okay. There is definitely some kind of necrotic magic that is at work here. Something powerful and something dark. This is perhaps some form of curse, or some form of divine plague, or something as simple as an alchemical infection. But to have affected only the crew and not you guys is, something is at play here. Definitely supernatural. You also recall that they were blaming you for this. That's what the voices were saying. You can't help but saying. And Beradin, they seem to ring... Actually, I guess each of you thinks that it rang especially loud in your ears. Like those voices seem to be as if someone was leaning in and whispering into your ear itself. So, that appears to be dealt with. What are you guys doing? Siorum is really at your disposal at this point. Although you know who does, as you're sort of like just trailing down and like making giving instructions to Siorum as to what to do, and that you're gonna you're going to say something to the Duke. This man, a human man in his 40s, comes racing down to the dock, and he says, "What in the nine hells is going on down here?" He's got a lamplighter with him, who appears to be he's a lot older than the kids that you've seen escorting people around. He says, "You Fist, what's been burning in the harbor?" And he turns and he says, Harbor Master, and he kind of looks at you guys as if to let you explain. He's like, "Sir, these were, it was the order of the Duke." And he's like, "What Duke? What Duke ordered a ship burned? Who are you people?"
I'll turn to Siorum and I'll be like, and I'll say to him, "Well, I'll leave you to deal with this."
And he says, "Oh, no. This is the human says that. You're not going anywhere, dwarf. Now, what happened here?"
There was an unfortunate accident having to do with what seemed to be fireworks on board the ship. Unfortunately, the entire ship caught alight and burned.
What? Which ship? And he turns to the guy next to him and he hands him a ledger, and he brings it up close to the lantern, and he kind of flips it open. He's wearing. It's clearly he was disturbed from his sleep and came racing down. He's bald and kind of flipping through. Well, he's got little scraps of hair left, and he says, "Which ship it went down? What was your involvement with this? Who are you people? How do you know this?"
It was the Pilfering Star that went down.
The Pilfering... Oh. In from Elturel.
That would be the one.
And its crew?
All dead.
All dead? How fast? Can you make a persuasion check for me, please? We'll see how this guy's taken the story.
Uh,
And he doesn't like it, Kev?
21.
21, awesome. Well, it's whether he's going to take it as being like, this is what happens instead. He shakes, he's like, this is why we should not allow Felagir to export his goods. I've said this 100 times. I will be bringing this up with the Duke myself. The Ducal Council will be putting a ban on shipping those fireworks anywhere else now. And he sort of forgets that you're, to bother inquiring as to what's going on. You've sort of placated him and directed his wrath in another sort of an alternate target. So I'm actually going to give you guys another 250 XP for that. That was well done. So the evening is what do you call it? This appears to be the end of the of sort of the events down here. You were saying something to Siorum. What was that?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I was just going to let him handle the Dockmaster, but...
Okay. Well, you can kind of leave it in his hands, and he sort of says, Sir, I can deal with this from here. Now.
Your help would be much appreciated.
He's... of course. And he kind of hands you the staff, but to be honest, like the fog is kind of clearing. There's the rosy light of dawn coming up, and as the sort of the first sort of pale light or pale rays of dawn are cutting through the fog, Jeff, Malark is sort of looking down at his right hand, and sort of your hand feels cold again. And you're sort of, you can't help but have your mind go back to that dream you had before. Which I don't know if you shared or if you've drawn a picture of yet.
I don't think I have, actually.
Okay. So that's sort of what occurs to you. What do you guys don't need the lamplighter, but as you're sort of getting ready to go, Siorum steps forward, he says, and sir, I'm terribly sorry for... earlier, you understand it was my duty.
Just doing your job, I understand.
Thank you, sir, and I hope that there would be no need to explain any offense to the Duke. He looks kind of pleading at you.
If your name is mentioned at all, it'll only be in a good light.
Thank you. You are very, very kind. What the Dockmen say about the dragon chaser, I can see is clearly true. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the first indication he's given that he recognizes who the hell you are.
Oh, did he know all along?
He might have. So, you guys make your way back. It's still, a bit of a slog to get there. It still takes you about 25 minutes. You're also, as in the early light of dawn, you're passing all these merchants who are, at this time of day, not looking to make sales or shit like that, and are quite happy to say, out of the way, tourist. Out of towner, clear the path. And there's just a steady stream of merchants bringing their things up to the gates of the high city, looking forward to when they're open and they can bring their wares into the wide. So you guys make your way you finally make your way back to Duke Abdel's home, and you find that, your three companions are, of course, completely comatose. But you find Duke Abdel is still sitting at one of his tables, talking with Ravengard again, the second in command for the Flaming Fist. As you walk in, Duke Abdel kind of stands up and he says, "Oh," and he kind of looks over the sort of semi-bloodied state of you all and says, "And is it done? Is the threat dealt with?"
It is.
She says, "Older, just a moment." and he steps away and walks over to pull you guys aside. He says, "And do we know what it was? What caused that? Do we have fears for plague in the city?"
I believe Beradin can explain to you better than us what it was.
Okay. As soon as Beradin gets back online. So I think Dave got booted a moment ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's the one who knew what it was, right? Or kind of?
He was, yeah. He had an inkling as to what the hell was going on, yeah.
Right.
So what else? What I will say is that while we wait for Dave to get back on, is that the plans that were made over dinner was that tomorrow evening there's a big party that's being thrown by this elf that former not adventuring companion, but someone that the Duke knows that he says is a bit of a rascal. And he's a member of the Parliament of Peers, that sort of elected body of rich folks who help the dukes run the city. And his name is, what is it? His name is in my notes and I cannot find it. I think it is Coram. But anyway, there's a party tomorrow evening that he has, that you guys are all invited to. He suggests that if you were trying to sway members of the Parliament of Peers, and even perhaps some one or two of the other dukes on the Council of Four, this party may be a place where you can kind of make the case for having Baldur's Gate throw its support behind the effort against the cult. Sorry, Beradin. Dave, you back?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so the Duke got up and pulled you guys aside and was asking what do you call it, sort of what happened, and Malark was saying that maybe...
Up.
Sorry? Dave, did you hear that? Oop, Dave, you there?
Did we lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, Dave.
Good.
Oop, I can kind of hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Sorry, what is Brad? The Duke was looking for sort of an explanation from Beradin as to whether the threat's been dealt with, what it was, and so forth.
You know what, Cam? I'm sorry. I up there a bit.
Oh, can you hear us now?
I can now, but we'll see how long that lasts.
Okay, the Duke was looking for an explanation of what happened and whether it's still a threat.
You're looking for that explanation from me?
Yes.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Malark was sort of it sort of said, "Hey, Beradin seems to know best."
Okay, I will apprise the Duke of everything that happened, basically from our arrival at the dock, and leading to the destruction of the pilfering star. As for if the threat is taken care of, I'll let the Duke know that, to be quite honest, I'm not entirely sure. I think it would seem that this is a small part of something larger, but what I couldn't tell you.
Okay. It worries me that you had such close connection to the Bone Lord, and then such a manifestation appears, or such an incident would appear to be so closely connected to you. But there clearly are powerful things at work here. I could not have asked someone to do better than what you did with this. Baldur's Gate and I owe you a great debt. Thank you. So, with that, you guys can finally turn your tired bones upstairs, join your drunken companions, and look forward to a tour of Baldur's Gate tomorrow. Perhaps a little more discussion with the harbor master, and then a wild shindig in the evening tomorrow. But that can wait until then. For now, you get to rest. So, with that, I think we'll call that a session. For those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for listening to another episode of Live from the Sword Coast.